in receiving. On first down, they will send it outside. That'll go to DK Metcalf.
In the game plan with 2 catches early.
Here's Wilkins. He'll have the first down to the 40-yard line. And tackles. And a quick handoff. That'll go to Wilkins again.
You can see a very hectic pace early for Ole Miss offensively.
Damu. Wide open touchdown, Rebels. DeMarcus Lodge, 37 yards. Damu, 3 of 3, 61 yards, and of course the 37-yard touchdown.
And you see him working his eyes. He was heading to the field side where the receivers were.
Have served at the stadium today, being honored before the game. They'll swing it out to the wide side. A.J. Brown makes the catch. He's out of bounds. One guy that we talked, one thing he's brought to this defense, Stinch, is some discipline. Van Jefferson with the reception. Flag down.
Foul. Targeting. 59. Defense.
Leaner from a personnel standpoint.
Damu over the middle to Knox. Hurdles. Flips to the
Knox is listed as a tight end, and on that snap he actually lined up in the backfield off the hip of the right tackle, Rod Taylor, but he's more of a receiver from a skill set standpoint. To push through that that injury, rather, he's been able to do it through a number of games.
Damu's pass to A.J. Brown, caught first down and a whole lot more. Oh, what a move by A.J. Brown! Touchdown, Ole Miss. I've seen a lot. I don't know that I've necessarily seen that happen in that situation as A.J. Brown gets up.
Yards. They'll send him in orbit motion.
A lot of room. Some nifty running. Wilkins, it's a foot race. He is chased down at the 25 by the senior tailback.
You know, Ole Miss doesn't have a very complex running game. They only run inside-outside zone and basically counter, one-back power. That was counter, and a great job by Wilkins.
Here's Brown. Brown.
And obviously he can run the football, finish his catches like a running back.
Here is Wilkins, stiff arm. Little juke to the outside and gets it inside the 10.
Rather, there was nowhere to go. He was able to create his own space.
Penniman. Fake it to him, to Amu, touchdown.
You see the look, Knox coming across the formation. The edge defenders close. Givens unavailable today due to concussion.
To Amu. Going deep down the middle. Incomplete pass inside.
More than anything else. It's been a ton of adversity for this program, and they continue to fight every week. To different places. He's the middle of the trips at receiver to the bottom of your screen.
On third down from the 29, to Amu. Pass caught by Jefferson. He'll get out of bounds at the
pass catchers in this conference.
Boy, look at the moves by Wilkins to the 40 of. Here's Jefferson.
You sub out Jefferson and you stick the SEC's leading receiver, A.J. Brown, back into the lineup.
They'll come here to Penniman, and he'll be wrapped up around the 37.
Some looking tackle.
Ta'amu keeps it, cuts it back, and takes a hit, but gets a first down at the 28. On first down, Ta'amu will throw toward the end zone. Touchdown, A.J. Brown, 27 yards to his totals. He's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving this year. Makes the catch here to make it a 28.
There's so much length and speed. There's no wonder that this passing game is as explosive as it is.
Wilkins nowhere to go, but a flag comes in as well for the tackle, a loss of 4.
50. But offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
They'll fake it to Wilkins, come this way to Brown. Makes a defender fall off of him and gets out of bounds around the.
Because you're not going to get him down on your own. He's too big, too physical. We've seen it game after game.
Here's Wilkins. He is slammed to the turf.
Boysley and Kevon Perry inside, two of the concern areas for Ole Miss offensively. Good players for Raging Cajun.
Boy, some nice blocking on the outside to give Wilkins an opportunity to pick up.
Block and make it what is effectively a long handoff on a swing pass to their running back.
Boy, a lot of Jordan Wilkins on this drive. He's needed him.
A 2-minute drill. You think about it, came in there for Wilkins as well. Had a big catch.
Ta'amu. Boy, that was not a good pass.
Jordan Ta'amu since he's taken over at quarterback.
Here's your tight end, Knox, right down the seam.
Dawson Knox. You see him hip just off the left leg of Gregory Little, the left tackle. And there's
They'll give it to Pitteman. Breaks a tackle and inside the 5.
the 5.
Second and short. They'll give it to Pitteman. He'll have the first down and get it to the wall.
Keep the ball on the ground with Pitteman here.
Ta'amu. He pump fakes, takes it himself, touchdown.
That is an amazing story.
Here's Wilkins. He will get out of bounds.
And right tackle looked a little bit gimpy after that.
400 yards of offense now for the Rebels, and they will add to that as they get the first down to A.J. Brown.
The previous run, it went to the opposite side that time and got an easy throw out to A.J. Brown once again.
Ta'amu. Boy, spin and drops.
He spun, as you mentioned, Dave, right into a sack.
Comes some blitz pressure. Ole Miss picks it up. They get it to Brown, and he will fall close.
Gaining Louisiana offense on his own.
Over the middle.
Had a big catch a couple of weeks ago versus Arkansas. Actually fumbled afterwards. Another catch there. Seen a lot of action.
First in the SEC in yards per game, receptions per game.
Later, you mentioned Ta'amu, a backup, gets 50% of the reps, even when Patterson was healthy, but a little timing off.
Wide open at the 40 is Markel Pack, his 7th catch of
the contributors at receiver as a senior.
Dropped out of the backfield by Wilkins. That'll be incomplete. Ta'amu. Dropped back at the 41.
By Louisiana, because they didn't bite on the play action, and you can see they ended up dropping right underneath just to.
Miller, the JC transfer out of Itawamba Community College here in Mississippi. Here's Ta'amu rolling, and he'll throw it away.
Tigers, a loss to Clemson is nothing to sniff at.
Ta'amu right through the hands of Dawson Knox.
Pace, it's the same for Ole Miss. They're happy to operate at that pace.
Ta'amu dancing around. We'll try to hit Dawson Knox, who makes the catch, and see where they spot him.
Be shy of the first, wouldn't stop the clock at that point. And they're going to take another look to make sure that Knox actually did have the yardage needed to convert the chains there. Yeah, I don't know. I think he is shy by the time he possessed that ball.
Seconds to go before halftime.
Enough time for 2 more plays here.
Ta'amu. Here's A.J. Brown with catch number 11, and he'll get out of bounds at the 39.
At the top of your screen, if you're going to put one in the end zone, 14's a guy that can come down with it.
3-man rush. First down and 10 for Ole Miss. First possession of the 3rd quarter. Handoff goes to Wilkins. He'll get.
Realize we got to start getting Wilkins the ball more. Take some of these RPOs off and make sure he gets his touches.
Wilkins cuts it back against the grain. He'll have the first down, and he will limp his way out of.
Really stand out to me as a ball carrier.
Wilkins trying to find a little bit of room, and how about that? Just gets down low.
Football, he does it to create enough space to where he can squirt forward.
Trying to hit A.J. Brown, incomplete. Tamu's pass is caught by Brown. Boy, he just picked that one.
Just adding to what was a record-setting day.
Ta'amu going deep. Looking for Lodge. Does he hold on? Yes, he does. What a catch. DeMarcus Lodge.
Man for Louisiana, and that time Lodge did a better job of fighting his way back to the football.
And an easy touchdown untouched goes Jordan Wilkins into the end zone from 3 yards out.
And evaluated for a head injury. He is also done for the day.
Thanks for the update, Dawn. Ta'amu will keep it himself out to the 21. He already has their single game receiving record, set that in the opener against South Alabama.
For Ole Miss offensively.
Ta'amu, good clean pocket, and he's picked off. That one is intercepted at the 20. Tracy Walker will get it down to the 10-yard line. The flag is down.
Frustration that time.
Pass interference. 15. Defense. Held places ball at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Maybe they got the wrong number here, because you'll see Tracy Walker right here working against DeMarcus Lodge. And watch, he's just going to slingshot in front. He ends up with the interception and a nice return, but I mean, obvious and clear PI right there.
He was losing his balance. He was just
trying to ability. They needed to move him outside to kind of try to match up for Ole Miss. It hasn't been enough.
Eric Swan, in terms of total yards, 462 on average for this offense. And this is, they lead the league.
Games versus Auburn versus Alabama. What you have to keep in mind, though, is those are some of the top defensive units in the country. You just so happen you share a conference in the division with those guys.
And you could just, when we were talking to the coaches and the players, how thrilled they were to hear his message and his story.
How could you not be inspired to hear that level of sacrifice? And there's so many others that we've been able to honor here today.
That pass is picked off on the near side, and A.J. Brown will come up with the tackle, but the
interference this time, it's just a bad ball. It's a bad decision right here by Ta'amu. Hadn't said that very often.
One out there we're having some trouble with, though.
There's another one.
Thank goodness for the ESPN app. Yeah. To the 30-yard line by Pitteman. Handoff off the right side, and Pitteman will pick up. There's the handoff in the first down. Pitteman will have it. Ta'amu has gone over 350 today. And there's A.J. Brown. He's got a bunch of yards, and he just tied.
Go there and take a break on the bench. Have that leg looked at.
There's the handoff to Eric Swinney. Do you think as a player he knows where he is on the charts?
He's got to know that he's had a pretty big day that have fallen this year. I doubt that he's just chasing a number.
I'll hand it off to Swinney. Earlier this year, 230. Ta'amu over the middle. Pass caught at the 10-yard line. A pick. He's in 2 today. A.J. Brown lines up in the slot on a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll hand it off. Swinney breaks a tackle. Touchdown. Some confusion for Louisiana on this 2-point conversion. Ta'amu coming left. Goes back over the middle. Caught. DeMarcus
having a big day. We got the 2-point conversion on the heels of a touchdown, and Lodge, and looks like his day might be over, having tied the record of Laquan Treadwell.
And we get Jason Pellerin in at quarterback, a guy that was a quarterback a year ago. They moved him out to tight end this year, and then
Luke was like, no, man, we got 2 more games to play. We're not chasing records, we're chasing wins. Still, he was off to a torrid start. You know, they'll stand, and Coach Longo was describing this to us. He has his quarterback stand behind whoever's taking the live reps in team period, and they want to make sure that the practice film captures it. They go through the ball fakes, the ball handling, and threaten that defense, albeit a defense that, as you mentioned, due to injury, is somewhat compromised. There's a way for Alabama to win that game and still ultimately lose were they to incur a couple of more injuries at key positions.
Vaughn Penniman on the carry out over the 30 to the 32-yard line. Fitzgerald
vacuum created at quarterback, and you know, I'm not saying Nick Fitzgerald is Dak Prescott, but I think we can justifiably say he has certainly stepped into those shoes and filled them pretty ably.
Brasley gets the carry. Ole Miss coaches, and he kind of stopped and says, we have 13 days left, we're going to make the most of it.
Yeah, I tell you what, can you tell that was immediate? 13 days. He had that number in his head. You know, these guys they're not counting down the moments situation they find themselves in, and yet they've kind of kept their nose down to the grindstone, as it were, and continue to prepare this team to play well.
We go with 1:40 to play in this game.
Kind of gutted his way through this one. Now you're back to Jordan Davis at quarterback, who came in and played relatively well in relief of Levi Lewis. Of course, Ole Miss can point to yet another solid performance all around, an explosive game for the offense. It started early, and we've been able to get some meaningful reps for backups here at the end of the game. Defense had some nice stops early on,